Hi everybody, welcome to our 43rd episode
43rd
of
Maughter podcast.
I am Claudia, I am Mother, this is Polly, she is daughter. I'm doing my echo effect now. We hope you guys had a good Easter long weekend was last weekend, right? Mm-hmm. Hope you guys had a good Easter. We are on now to our second holiday, which is going to be soon Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you been, kiddo?
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry we don't usually record in the morning.
I know, I told her we're going to record early in the morning today. I'm going to pick you up when I drop off your sister from at the bus. 8 o'clock in the morning. And she's like, what? She's a bit traumatized. But I broke her a little bit by taking her to Walmart first. And not even killed her, I think.
And I got an ice cap, so I can't complain.
Yeah, see? It's a win-win for you. Okay, so we're going to jump right on it. No, you want to talk about something beforehand.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about serial killers by country.
By country?
By country.
I thought statistics.
Like which... Yeah, it is a statistic.
Oh, okay.
So which...
Oh, like country, what percentage has like the most kind of thing?
Yeah, which country has produced the most serial killers.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to start from number 15.
Being the highest or the lowest?
Lowest.
Okay.
So number 15 is Poland with 29.
That's still a big number for a country. I feel like even though it's starting at like 15th.
Yeah. So yeah. 29. That's not too bad. I don't see like where it says like the time span. I don't know if it's like before like all time up until now.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it's like all time.
Okay.
Brazil comes in at 14 for 36.
Wow.
So like, not too bad. Mexico with 13 at 43.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
China comes in at 12 with 64.
China? How can we never see anyone from China? Interesting. Okay.
Their media is different though, right?
You think they just keep them secluded?
Probably.
We don't really know about them, but they're there?
Well, if they're on this list, they're known about.
Yeah, but not like publicized like as much
yeah,
as
I don't think it's publicized.
We should look into that next time for Chinese ones from China.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, next.
Number 11's France.
Really?
Which is weird.
Yeah.
With 74. So 10 more than China.
That's a lot. Oh my god. This is stressful considering we're only at number 11, 12?
I'm honestly surprised there's not more in China because of the population itself.
Maybe because the rules are so strict and the laws are so firm.
Yeah, that's probably true.
There's going to be none like Korea. Just kidding.
Northern Korea.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Remind me after about Northern Korea. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Number 10 is Australia.
Really?
With 83.
83? These numbers are getting really high.
Yeah, well, Canada's number 7.
No, stop. I have to wait.
Number 9 is Germany with 88.
Holy.
Number 8 is Italy with 97.
Italy?
Well, they got all the mobs and stuff, right?
I guess.
Number 7 is Canada. Okay, so Italy was 97. Canada's 119.
Whoa, that's like a huge jump.
Number 6 is India with 121.
Holy serial killers.
Number 5 is South Africa with 123.
What?
So only 2 more than India. Number 4 is... And look at the population difference between South Africa and India. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Japan with 137.
Holy.
Number 3 is the UK with 190.
What was Korea? Or what was the other one?
Japan.
What was Japan?
137.
And what was
and then 190.
That's like a 50 jump, no?
And then number 2 is Russia with 196.
And then guess in the States is number 1.
Guess how much the States?
What was Russia? Or Russia was the second one?
Yeah, Russia was 196.
I'm gonna guess like 250.
3,615.
What? Serial killers in the States.
Yeah.
That number like quadrupled. That's insane.
3,615. The States is at number 1.
That's like a population of one of those small countries.
Look at this graph.
Oh my gosh. Well, happy know there's not in Chile that we know of.
Well, there is.
They just didn't make the map. Of
Every country has at least one.
Has at least one. Oh my god, that is we are nothing compared to the States in that matter.
Okay, I want to read the blurb about the States.
That's insane. I am completely...
Yeah.
I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked by the number and how much of a jump it is compared to all the other countries.
Yeah. In the United States, the prevalence of serial killers is notably high, at least partially due to aggressive law enforcement as well as the media coverage that brings the cases to light.
That's a good thing, a true thing too, yeah.
Furthermore, increased media attention can lead to additional cases with the country due to the copycat effect. Among the most infamous is Ted Bundy, who confessed to 30 homicides in the 1970s and exploited his charm to gain his victims' trust. Another notorious figure is Jeffrey Dahmer, known for his gruesome acts involving 17 young men between 1978 and 1991, introducing cannibalism and preservation of body parts. Another chilling series is the case of John Wayne Gacy, who murdered at least 33 young men and boys in the 1970s, burying many of them beneath his house. While the light shines brightest on these many cases, it is again important to remember that high rates, while possibly due to cultural or societal flaws, may also simply reflect aggressive policing and reporting.
Not for 3,000 people!
That's insane.
That's obviously not a population of a small... Well, it could be a population of a small country, do you think?
Yeah.
Like a really tiny country? Or a town within a country?
Yeah.
Dang. That's a huge freaking number.
Yeah. That is insane.
Okay. I am mind blown by that.
I know, I thought you'd like that.
That's crazy.
So, we're gonna go...
North Korea.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking with Dan about North Korea. Because I don't know why we were talking about Korea. Because, like, he was talking about something about people can't leave there. Like, it's so locked down.
Mm-hmm.
I was, like, talking about this for, like, so long because... And we would, like, run with our day. And then I'd be like, okay, so in South Korea. And, like, I would just ask a random question because I'm just so mind-blown from this. And, like, do I live under a rock that I don't know this? Like, how is this country... Like, you literally can't go in or out of it.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, people, like, escape, but he's like...
escape, yeah.
But if you get caught, you're like, dead.
Yeah.
Like, how? How?
Because it's a dictatorship.
But, like... Okay, so I said to Dad, I'm like, so you can't really ever go to a concert. Like, you can't go and travel into Korea and do a concert. Like, let's say freaking...
North Korea. South Korea is different.
Yes, but North Korea. Let's say someone famous that wants to go to North Korea to do a concert. He's like, you can... Because you can travel through it by plane, but not by land.
Yeah. And they'll protect their airspace, too.
This is insane to me!
Yeah, because, like, it's so strict... there was a guy that went there and he performed free cataract surgeries.
Yeah.
For like a ton of the residents there because they don't have very good healthcare.
Yeah.
And he did free cataract surgeries, and their dictator, they're so in love with him. They only see him. They're like when they watch TV, it's only him talking. When they listen to radio, it's only him talking. Or the music that's picked for them.
So...
And when he did these surgeries, as they were walking out of the building, they thanked a picture of their dictator instead of the guy that did their surgery. They prayed to him.
What?
Not the doctor.
So these people are, like, brainwashed?
Oh, yeah.
Do they know they're brainwashed?
No. They think that's normal.
What?
There are those few people that are just absolutely miserable.
Who's the dictator that runs that country?
Kim Jong-il, I think. Kim Jong-un.
And he's got... Okay, so I was kind of, like, looking him up. And he's got, like... He's married.
Yeah.
And I think they have a kid.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think they have, one kid? But, like...
Yeah, it's Kim Jong-un.
Yeah. I was, like... But he travels out of Korea. Like, North Korea.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
Like...
These people aren't going to leave. And they're so... Like... They don't even go out and buy groceries. Like, these people are given food.
Yeah.
They literally get a box of food brought to their house for the week. That'll last them a week. For their family.
For free.
Yeah. And they don't go out and, like, all they do is work and go home.
They don't play on the streets? The kids don't have sports?
No, have you ever seen a video of
No!
North Korea?
This is why I'm so shocked.
People can travel there, but you have to have, like, strict, like, guidelines. Like, you can have, like, some reporters have gotten in there and you're not allowed to video, but these people have, like, secretly videoed, and, like, yeah, it's insane.
Do you think he, like, hunt him down and kill him because he found out, like, the internet? He probably could.
He probably could.
That's insane.
But it would probably be a waste of his time, like, if they went back.
Is there any other country like this?
No, not that I know of. That's next level dictatorship.
Because, like, who else have we had like that?
His dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kim Jong-il is his dad.
So, North Korea has always been like this?
As far as I know.
Have we had any other countries like this?
No, and, like, that's why they separated North and South Korea.
This is so mind-boggling right now to me.
It's pretty crazy. I'm going to show you a video. 1 second.
Okay. That was...
Culture shock, right?
Yeah. Sorry, Polly showed me the video. It was pretty crazy, like...
Yeah, these people went back after 5 years of no Westerners being there. And we did see a lot nicer side of the city than most people see on videos.
Can you imagine? I'm just saying. Imagine if someone from North Korea came to our city. They would die from seeing everything everywhere. Not only just the fact that it is a culture shock, but, like, the garbage, the type of people we have around our areas. Mm-hmm. They would just be like, what? Send me back. They would probably want to go back home. Can you imagine if North Korea was like that with Edmonton?
No.
What would our lives be like?
A communist country?
Can you imagine, though?
No, I can't.
Would you want to go to North Korea?
I would go to check it out.
Yeah.
As long as I knew I wasn't going to die, then yeah.
What if you fell in love with a Korean boy?
I would not.
No? Would you be like, I would not even look at Korean people? Like, Korean guys is an option.
I mean, it's probably the first time seeing a white woman, I probably don't find him attractive.
Yes. I guess. Yeah. Because, like you said, they don't have, like, access to any outside things.
Yeah, no.
So they wouldn't even know what you look like until they saw it. Like, oh, weird. Why do you look so weird? Like, so different.
Yeah, the internet access is really, really, really restricted. The TV just plays military and only, like, country-made videos.
Do you think hackers, if you were a hacker in North Korea, you'd be able to access all sorts of stuff like that? Like, outside world stuff?
Probably. There's probably a way to get around it, but I don't think many people would even try because everything's tracked.
I just so mind-boggled right now.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, well, now that I am completely done being blonde...
I think it's like one of the last, if not the last,
so
communist...
what happens if he dies?
Then someone else takes over.
But do they take over the same dictatorship like that he has run his country?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It has, and probably always will be the exact same way.
That's insane.
Even if he dies.
Imagine if that country was, like, if something happened and...
Look at his son as being raised to be a dictator. Just like he was.
Yeah. Like, what consists of all this dictatorship? Like, what... Like, obviously people bow down to you, basically.
Yeah, he's basically a god.
I just... Oh, my God.
Yeah, like, that's who they pray to every morning and night. That's... Like, he is their everything.
What do you think, like, do you think people, like, are totally enjoying their lives when they escaped North Korea? Right now?
Like, if they escaped North Korea and they came here,
yeah,
would they enjoy their lives?
Yeah.
I don't know, because...
You're so used to some kind of lifestyle?
If you're escaping, you obviously want to find something more. You know there's a world beyond just North Korea.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you'd be open to a life like this. I think if a 7-year-old woman who's grew up there her whole life was shipped off here, she'd be miserable.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you want is the man you look up to.
But what if you're like a teenager, you're rebelling as much as you can rebel, I guess, in North Korea, and you escape?
Good luck getting back.
What if you don't want to go back?
Well, then they don't want to go back. I don't even know if they'll let you back in once you've escaped. Because how much do you know now? How much are you going to tell everybody else?
Well, wouldn't you want to bring them back so you can kill them?
No, I don't think they would.
You're like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's hope this does not get flagged by, like, North Korea. We're like, we're done.
They don't have YouTube.
That's true, right? All of a sudden we get these 2 mysterious packages to go to visit North Korea for free. We're not going. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go back on topic here because I probably wasted enough of your guys' time on my apparent absolute
Only
lack
15 minutes.
Only complete lack of no knowledge of North Korea. I don't know why I felt so sheltered. I'm like North Korean sheltered apparently right now.
Yeah, but that video that I seen where that guy was doing those surgeries, obviously you'd be like so grateful that this person did this for you.
Yeah.
But no, they just bowed and prayed to the picture of Kim Jong-un and
That's
thanked
insane.
him. And the guy was like, "You're welcome."
Yeah, right, eh? Yeah, no problem. I got you. Like,
yeah, it was weird to see. I think there was like one person that actually thanked him.
that's weird, hey? That'd be awkward.
Okay,
So back on topic. Polly's pick is
Alexander Pichushkin.
Pichushkin. Tell me about Alexander Pichushkin. Pichushkin? Pichushkin?
Pichushkin.
Pichushkin.
No, Pichushkin.
Pichushkin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with a quote from him. Okay.
He's got a quote?
He was quoted. Yes.
Okay.
For me, life without murder is like life without food. I was the father of these people since it was I who opened the door for them to another world.
What?
Because he killed them. He sent them...
What a psychopath.
Oh, yeah. So, little breakdown. His name is Alexander Pichushkin, or better known as the chessboard killer. He's a prolific Russian serial killer who murdered 48 people. But when I was looking him up,
Plot twist.
he actually confessed a month ago. He's still alive in prison. He confessed a month ago to killing 11 more people.
That's crazy.
So he's up to 58. His goal was to kill at least 64 people, the same number of squares on a chessboard. That's why he's called the chessboard killer.
Oh.
So that he could surpass his idol, Andrei Chikatilo.
Who's that?
The one we talked about. Andrei Chikatilo?
Who? Remind me? Sorry.
I'll give you a little rundown. Okay. Quick Rondo. Quick rundown about Andrei Chikatilo. He was a Ukrainian-born Soviet serial killer, so also Russia.
Yeah.
His nicknames were the Butcher of Rostov, the Rostov Ripper, and the Red Ripper.
Why don't I remember him?
He sexually assaulted, murdered, and mutilated at least 52 women and children between 1978 and 1990 in Russia, Ukraine, and Uzbek.
And children?
Yeah.
I really don't remember
this guy
him.
took his
Idol?
yeah.
That's what he wants to be like?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not creepy or weird.
So, his background. He was born April 9th, 1974, in the Russian part of the Soviet Union.
His birthday's cutting a little close.
Yeah.
By one day.
One day after yours. He was initially a sociable child, but that all changed when he suffered a head injury, causing a shift in his behavior, which does happen.
What was his injury from? Like, what happened?
I don't know.
I'm just asking so I can avoid these situations with my kids.
He grew up in Soviet Russia. I don't think anything that happened in Soviet Russia is going to happen here.
That's true. Yeah, okay. That's fair.
He became hostile and impulsive, and he was frequently bullied at school.
Did it say what age that happened? Sorry?
Just a child.
Kid? Okay.
Yeah. Eventually, his mother decided to transfer him to a special needs school. However, upon reaching early adolescence, his grandfather removed him from said school.
So, it made him mentally challenged, basically?
That's what his mom thought. He said this was because he regarded Pichushkin to be intelligent, and the school was focused more on overcoming disability rather than promoting achievement.
Okay.
So his grandpa was like, he's not
Special
needs.
So he put him in a special needs school.
No, his mom did.
And then he pulled him out of the special needs school?
Yeah.
To return to get bullied and picked on? Because that makes sense, but okay.
Pichushkin moved in with his grandfather and was taught how to play chess. He would go on to play against elderly men in Bitska Park. Unfortunately, Pichushkin continued to be bullied by mainstream students in his adolescence, and things took a turn for the worse when his grandfather died, which devastated him and led to a vodka addiction. He returned to his mother's home and enrolled as a student. Meanwhile, Pichushkin kept playing chess in Bitska Park and also developed a sadistic hobby in which he would record himself threatening children.
What?
He watched these videos repeatedly to reaffirm his power, but his murderous urges were not satisfied.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So, for his killings, capture, and incarceration.
Okay.
On July 27th, 1992, 18-year-old Pichushkin committed his first murder. He planned on killing people with a friend, Mikhail Odinchuk. I know someone with that last name.
Odinchuk?
Odinchuk. Somebody from, like, elementary school or something.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Who thought that he was only joking. When Odinchuk realized that his classmate was being serious, he tried to back out of the situation.
You're a big psycho. I'm going to stop being friends with you now.
Enraged, Pichushkin struck his friend with a hammer and pushed his body into a well.
Oh my gosh, that escalated really fast.
3 days later, Pichushkin was questioned by police about his death. There was some evidence pointing to his guilt, but nothing ever came of the investigation.
How old was he? Sorry, was that?
18.
Wow. A bit
Pushed
psycho.
his body into a well. Jesus.
It's going to become like that one movie, The Ring, is it? When the girl falls in the well. Sorry.
On May 17th, 2001, Pichushkin was in Bitsa Park playing chess with a man named... Oh my goodness.
These Russian names are so easy.
Yevgeny Pronin. When the game ended, it should come as second nature to me, considering how European I am.
But can you imagine, like how it would sound?
Yevgeny Pronin.
Yeah, see, that sounds natural for you.
When the game ended, he invited Pronin to take a walk with him. Pichushkin, who used to own a dog, told him it was the anniversary of his beloved pet's death, and that he wanted to visit his grave. Pronin accompanied him, and they reached an isolated spot in the park. Pichushkin then produced a bottle of vodka and offered him a drink, which he accepted. The two men drank a toast to the dog before Pichushkin suddenly bludgeoned Pronin and dumped his body into a nearby well. Another well.
Yeah, but like, why?
Because he's a serial killer. He needs to do it. It's an urge. And at this point, it's probably an addiction.
Like, knowing that he has his head injury, wouldn't it be something your doctor would monitor?
No, it's Soviet Russia.
I guess.
Maria Vuracheva was one of the very few people lucky enough to survive Pichushkin.
Ooh.
On February 23rd, 2002, he lured the pregnant saleswoman into Bitsa Park and pushed her into the same well where most of his victims were disposed of. When she clung to the sides, he held her by her hair and smashed her head against the concrete walls.
Oh my gosh!
Repeatedly before she fell. He left, believing her to be dead. Fortunately, she survived and managed to climb out of the well without suffering a miscarriage.
What? That is one brave woman. Holy.
Yeah.
How secluded
women become like different people when they have kids.
Right, we're like,
or are pregnant.
Animals.
Yeah.
What? How far? Sorry, I'm eating a Twizzler.
It just says it's secluded.
So you can't be like, help! That would be me. I'd be like,
Probably
I'm done.
Not. Probably not. Yeah.
So basically, I'd be dead as well.
Vuracheva reported the crime to the police, but since she was an illegal immigrant, she was forced to drop her claim that Pichushkin had attempted to kill her.
Are you kidding me? Wait, is that like legit anywhere?
No.
Like if I was an illegal immigrant and I went to the States,
obviously you wouldn't want to be around the cops if you're an illegal immigrant.
But this person's gonna attack and kill again.
Go back to your country and then you won't have to worry about it.
But oh my. Is that not gonna be on your conscience thinking like, say he hurts a kid?
Well, yeah, but I mean, she did report it, but she was forced to drop her claim.
That's ridiculous.
Okay. Another survivor was Mikhail Lobov, a teenage skater. On March 10th, 2002, after being led by Pichushkin to Bitsa Park with the promise of cigarettes and vodka. Hey, I'd be there.
Hey, you want those cigs and vodka, kids?
I like your Russian accent.
Was that a Russian accent?
A little bit.
I just came out like, hey. I'm gonna go to my idea and be like, hey, buddy, you want some vodka cigs? And she'd be like, huh? What, mommy?
Yeah, so he was lured there. He was struck over the head and pushed out the well.
This well seems to become quite famous. I'm just saying, if someone reported this well...
I want to see the well.
Like, okay, if someone reported this well and like you were told to drop it, would you not be suspicious of this well and go look at this well? Like, even just go look? Because you're going to find at least 3 bodies by now.
I'm pretty sure Andre Chikatilo pushed somebody into a well.
Of course he did. He's a psychopath idol.
It's probably the same well.
Yeah, right.
Thinking the boy was dead, Pichushkin left the scene. Luckily, Lobov's jacket had got caught on a piece of metal inside the well, saving him from plummeting into the icy waters.
Okay,
so you're telling me that woman plummeted into icy waters and still managed to climb out?
She crawled out of it, yeah. So, I'm sorry
with her head bludgeoned against the side of the... Oh my god.
And like, how many months pregnant? On top of that, being pregnant. I'm sorry, but...
I can't even stand up when I'm pregnant.
I'm like, just roll me. You think he learned his lesson when the first girl escaped? Oh, but he didn't know she escaped. Never mind. Okay, yeah. So note to self, when people are going to kill, make sure the person is dead, I guess?
Okay, so saving him from plummeting into the icy waters. He was able to climb out. Days later, he confronted Pichushkin.
What?
Only to be threatened with arrest by the police.
So Pichushkin basically told him that this kid is threatening him.
Yeah, there's probably cops around, and he was like, hey, you tried to kill me, and he got arrested. Probably for harassing him.
All of the cops' fault at this point. Yeah. I feel like this is the cops' issue, and it's your guys' fault. All these people are dead. Like, right now. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
This is ridiculous.
On November 15th, 2003, a neighbor, Konstantin Polikarpov, I thought my last name was bad, was invited for a drink in Bitsa Park. Pichushkin bludgeoned him with a hammer 3 times before throwing him into the well. Again, he departed, assuming that his victim was dead.
Oh, these people are all surviving?
Polikarpov successfully climbed out, but he suffered head trauma, causing him to remember nothing about the attack.
Oh, how lucky and convenient.
The police began to take the murders more seriously when a former policeman named Nikolai Zakharchenko turned up dead. Murdered on November 16th, 2005, his body had been left out in the open instead of being disposed of in the well.
I was going to say not in the well?
Presumably as a sort of challenge for police. Pichushkin had started to become cocky by leaving bodies out in plain sight, but he was still careful enough to avoid capture. Wow. Lucky enough, you mean. Pichushkin committed his final murder on June 14, 2006. Marina Moskolyova worked at the same store where another woman, Larissa Kalugina, had worked at before suddenly vanishing.
She vanished because he killed her.
She had been killed by Pichushkin, who was a co-worker, on April 12th. Despite this, Kulagina's strange disappearance did not seem to faze Moskolyova, assuming that she had been aware of it. She took a walk with her coworker into Bitsa Park, where he then struck her with a hammer. What Pichushkin did not know was that shortly before going with him, Moskolyova had left a note for her son, telling him where she was going and who she was with.
Oh, no!
The note contained his phone number. The boy called Pichushkin, who told him that he had not seen his mother.
And he went to the cops.
Obviously suspicious, the boy informed his father about this, who then proceeded to call the police. Another thing Pichushkin was unaware of was that Moskolyova's clothing contained a metro ticket. CCTV footage from the station where she had bought the ticket, said ticket was reviewed, which displayed Pichushkin walking alongside her. 2 days later, he was arrested. One particular piece of evidence against Pichushkin was the fact that he kept a logbook. Said logbook contained 64 squares inside, much like a chessboard.
With names.
Each square represented someone who he had killed. 62 had been filled in, which later lowered to 60 when Pichushkin learned that 2 of his victims
had survived.
Out of the alleged 60 murders, 48 were confirmed.
3 survived. The pregnant girl, the young skater boy, and the guy that didn't remember.
Yeah, but he knew that one guy was alive because he came up
right,
and threatened
him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're right. Yes. Okay, sorry.
So 48 were confirmed, but also he
confessed to 11 more.
Yeah. He almost got there.
Yeah.
According to Pichushkin, he idolized Andrei Chikatilo, another serial killer who committed horrific killings in Russia. He stated that his goal was to surpass his idol's confirmed body count of 52 by murdering at least 64 people, representing the number of squares on a chessboard. Pichushkin also said that even if he did not reach 64 murders, he would kill more people unless he was stopped. On October 27, 2007, Pichushkin was convicted of murder and attempted murder. He asked the Russian court to add more victims to his body count. During his trial, he was kept in a glass cage for his own protection.
What?
Yeah. The judge took an hour to read the verdict.
Wait, where do you sleep if you live in a glass cage? Like, just no bed? Like, solitary, no blanket?
Just solitary.
No blanket, no bed? Just a floor?
Probably.
Ooh.
This was Soviet... Well, it wasn't Soviet Russia at that time, but...
Okay.
It was just Russia.
I'm pretty sure if it was Soviet Russia back then, they would have killed him. I'm just saying, like, punishment, right? Like, that's their death thingy.
The judge took an hour to read the verdict, which was life imprisonment, with the first 15 years to be spent in solitary.
Oh my god.
As of now, Pichushkin is still in solitary confinement, but in 2016, a woman only known as Natalia visited him, and the two actually ended up getting married.
What?
Yeah.
Where did she come from?
Probably writing letters. Okay,
But he's in solitary for 15 years.
Yeah, he was in solitary for 15 years.
Oh, okay.
This is in 2007.
So, after 15 years, obviously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you can get letters in solitary. I don't know.
No, you can't. You can hurt yourself. You can paper cut yourself to death. I don't know if you can, but...
Paper cut yourself to death?
Can you imagine how many...
Death by 1,000 cuts?
It would be more than 1,000 cuts. Like, you would have to... Anyways, I'm sorry.
Okay. His MO. Pichushkin would usually lure his victims with the promise of vodka or other promising items. Yeah. Cigs. Want to go for a dart?
Remember? Sorry, totally off top. Do you remember? It's alright.
What are you thinking about?
I feel like I should pause this. Okay, I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good. Okay, good. Okay.
Okay, I thought you were going to continue with whatever you were saying.
Oh, you had to... Did you pause it?
No.
Oh, you didn't pause it? I feel like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What are you looking at my gut for?
Oh.
Sorry.
You're looking at my gut for?
Polymer sat here, and she's like, what are you looking at?
I had my belly hanging out, and she was like... She looked at it, and I was thinking of the Trailer Park Boys when he goes, "What you looking at my gut for?" And I had to show her the clip because she'd never seen it.
Oh my goodness! I think my whole body aches from laughing so much. There's literal tears coming out of my eyes right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry guys. I'm a little tired, so I think I'm having a breakdown right now.
Just crashing out on the podcast.
Like I said, it's either that or I fall asleep, so pick one. I just kidding. The way you said it was like, what are you looking at my gut for? That's so funny.
Does that have anything to do with us going for a dart?
That's the way you said dart. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Let's continue on. Sorry, when he lured them with vodka.
It's like the Alberta Pokemon. Remember I showed you?
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy on TikTok that does voiceovers of characters, but as an Albertan. That was so funny.
That was hardcore. I love that one.
I have more to show you.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, sorry. So he would lure people with some vodka and
darts.
cigs.
Yeah. He mostly targeted homeless men, but he also sometimes went after children and women. Once he got his victims to a secluded spot in the nearby forest, he would trick them into paying respect to his deceased dog. While the victim was busy...
Did he even have a dog?
No.
Oh. Ever?
Probably not.
Oh, that's psycho.
While the victim was busy doing that... excuse me. Pichushkin would bludgeon them with a hammer. The blows were usually enough to kill them, but other times he would throw them down the well while they were still alive, sometimes not even using the hammer at all. The well was where he typically disposed of bodies, but he later began leaving them out in the open. Pichushkin often shoved broken bottles of vodka into the gaping holes of victims' skulls.
Oh my gosh!
As a way of keeping count, he would also carry around a chessboard and fill in a square whenever he killed someone. He literally carried around a chessboard?
Yeah, but back then they're probably, like, breakable, right?
Yeah, like foldable?
Yeah, foldable. Breakable. They're breakable.
Hey, I mean, you can.
That's
yeah, and
crazy.
then it goes over all the victims. I am not saying all of their names. Let's see if I can find the youngest one. There's one that was unidentified. They just called him Yuri.
How old? Yuri, you said?
Yeah, it doesn't say because he's unidentified.
You can identify the
Mikhail
age.
Lobov, the guy that went in and was like, hey, you almost killed me. He was 14.
What? First off, why are 14-year-olds drinking vodka and having
It's Russia.
Like, what, you're 12 years old and you're like, you need a drink?
Yeah.
It's part of your, like,
Russia.
It's part of your, like, initiation of being a kid. Once you had diapers, you gotta go have some vodka.
Yeah, most were old, like 40s, 50s.
Excuse me? I'm in my 40s. Does that mean I'm old?
Yeah.
Technically, Polly's like, yeah, technically you're kind of getting there.
But yeah, that's Alexander Pichushkin.
He's kind of wacko.
Yeah. Yeah, and his pathology says he's a serial killer and maybe a necrophiliac.
But they didn't show anything about him having sex with anybody.
No, because it's not confirmed.
How is it not confirmed? Look at the body.
Well, what if that person had consensual sex an hour before it happened?
Well, then he's not a necrophilia.
How do they know? They don't know that.
But
they didn't have, like, testing
DNA
for
testing?
that. I don't know.
So, how old is he now?
51.
And he's in jail? Still? Alive?
Yes.
And married?
He's still incarcerated, married, yeah.
Does he have any kids with her?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't possess a person to want to marry a serial killer. Like, honestly, if you were...
I mean, with him, like, I could understand the comfort of having, like, a husband, but having a past like that, but knowing they're never going to get out. So it's not like they're ever going to be able to hurt you.
I guess.
That's still whack.
Very much so, yes.
But, I mean, like, there's always crazy chicks that like that kind of stuff. Like, look how many followers Manson had. Look at the Columbine boys. There's still forums talking about how much people love them. And are in love with them.
What's wrong with these people?
They just idolize them.
Why? Why don't we idolize normal people?
Because normal people are boring.
That's whacked. Okay. Well, thank you for that talk. It was very good, and thank you for the laugh.
You made yourself laugh. I didn't even do anything.
Yeah, you did the dirt.
Ready to go for a dart?
Stop! I can't right now. I just can't. What was the sound of the week last week? Oh, that was the clicking of a remote closing.
Yeah.
I feel like we've done that one before.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, we have a new sound, so take a listen, eh? That's as good as it gets for me. I'm not as good as your fur. Okay, have a listen to what our mystery sound is. Okay, we're not gonna do it. We'll do it one more time, a short one. Okay, guess what it is. Let us know. Don't forget to
like, subscribe, comment, share. Please.
Please and thank you. Next week. Oh, I just stretched and hurt my arm bone. Oh, that hurt. I guess I am getting old. Next week we're not going to be doing the podcast.
We're not?
No.
Why?
We're with child that time. With Riles, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's child.
Yeah. So we're going to probably, from now on, we're going to have to do, like, 1 week and skip it unless we... Well, we could probably on a Friday. Depends on what Friday, I guess, looks like.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to, but if not, it'll definitely be the week after.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah, every 2 weeks, if not every week.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do every 2 weeks, so I think it shouldn't be an issue, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, we hope you guys have yourself a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Apparently here at Edmonton, it's supposed to be soup hot.
Yeah, it's like plus 25 today.
Oh, today? I thought tomorrow's supposed to be nice.
Today. 25 today and 26 tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
But lately it's been getting hotter than what it says.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe I'll work on the garden then.
Yeah, there was one day where it said the high it was going to be 9 and it got up to like 15.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know.
Huh.
I hate that.
I'm okay with it. I like heat. Ow. All right. I'll chat with you later, Polly. All right. You guys have yourself a great time and a good weekend, and we'll see you.
Have a great time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.